Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. It's time for another Season 9 2009 game mode, and this time we're going to be using Jorge Lorenzo in the fantastic Californian track of Laguna Seca. This objective is a little bit tougher than the previous one we had the other day with Danny Pedrosa. This time we have 5 laps to finish in 3rd position, but also as a sub-objective, to pass Stoner before the 2nd lap of the challenge. So Casey Stoner ahead of us right now. Half a second is the Aussie on the Ducati, so let's see what happens with the man from Mallorca on board the Fiat Yamaha as Jorge Lorenzo brings on the power and goes really firm on the brakes for the final corner here into victory for turn 11. Bringing on the power, we are really close, so we were close, unfortunately just running it deep into victory, but I do feel turn 1 is our forte. I do feel I get a lot of time, especially on the Fiat Yamaha, so slamming down into 1st gear, keeping it nice and tight to the apex. Might not only be able to get past Stoner here, but Tony Elias looks to be slowing down somewhat, so let's see what happens as we go to the right hand side for turn 3. Bringing on the apex, bringing on acceleration just beyond the apex. We might have a chance of Stoner here. It is getting really close for turn 4, bringing on the power, just touching the rumble strip. Lifts the front wheel up, and unfortunately we lost that bit of advantage we had behind Casey Stoner, but we are now really behind the Ducati man. Up into the left hand side, do we have a lunge going into turn 6? It's close, it is absolutely close, but it's through. That's your thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. Music to my ears. Beautiful move up on the inside from Lorenzo. That stunning style. I don't think anyone has a sort of cornering speed that Jorge Lorenzo ever had. He's absolutely unbeaten when it comes to style on board a motorcycle. To the left hand side, coming out of the rainy curve. Do we go one better and go round the outside of Tony Elias? He'll have the inside line. Whoa! Massive moment for the San Carlo Grassini rider as he made a massive moment into the right hand side. But we are now through and have a clear objective ahead of us. Finish in Nicky Hayden's 3rd position. I don't want to break Nicky Hayden's heart in Laguna Seca, I really don't, but unfortunately it has to be done for this particular objective. So into the Andretti hairpin for turn 2, keeping it nice and tight to the apex for the left hand side, and then positioning the Yamaha to the right hand side to try and position it for the right-hander of turn 3. Beautifully done so far. The gap is already down to less than a second. It's approaching half a second. Advantage Jorge Lorenzo at this stage of the Grand Prix, as Nicky Hayden is going to be under some serious attack in just a moment's time. But to the left we'll go for turn 5, running it deeper. Not a problem if you're a Honda. That's that sort of V-shaped line that they tend to do. Doesn't really work with the Yamaha, so therefore we did lose a little bit of time in this instance as we get caught on the rumble strip there. Just a brief moment, almost turned the Fiat Yamaha into a bucking Bronco, but for this time we're pretty good as we go to the corkscrew for the left hand side, then to the right hand side. Oh, almost pulling the Rossi there, going into the corkscrew. A bit of a mess on my behalf there. Not exactly how I want to try and tackle the most iconic corner of here in Laguna Seca. That was certainly a moment to forget, but never mind about that for now as we get the slipstream of Nicky Hayden. It's going to be an absolute wonderful lunge if we can make it into victory, but it's not going to happen for the 11th corner. Nicky Hayden, I think Lorenzo's coming for you. It's going to be super close with that absolutely terrific Ducati livery. We're going to be diving over the inside, dropping it down into 1st gear, keeping it nice and tight to the apex. It's going to be a very, very brave defensive move from Nicky Hayden, but he cannot defend against the 2nd manoeuvre into the right-hand side. So Lorenzo has claimed 3rd position, and this objective is now complete. We have 2 laps to chase down Valentino Rossi for some extra gold. Yes, doesn't really matter if we do it or not, but I tell you what, I kind of fancy it, so let's see what happens for the next 2 laps. On the penultimate lap for turn 5, Lorenzo's closing in. 1.3 seconds is the gap, but do not discount the Kentucky kid. Nicky Hayden, 0.2 of a second behind. If he pieces it all together into the corkscrew, he could certainly have a chance of a pop at Lorenzo, but breaking firm now for the left-hand side going into turn 8. Little bit eager on the acceleration, getting a bit of a wheelie and now wasting the advantage. Nicky Hayden goes back on through into the corkscrew. Brilliant performance there from the Kentucky kid. He certainly fancied that one, didn't he? As we go for the right-hand side for turn 10, we've seen Tony Elias make a big error into that particular corner on the previous lap, but we now go for the lunge into the final corner. Bit of contact made there, more contact, for the trouble of Nicky Hayden on board the Ducati. That is going to leave some scratches on that wonderfully timed livery. Of course, here in Laguna Seca, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. And I think after this objective, I unlock that livery for me to use whenever I fancy. So for me, looking very much forward to that one. But across into the right-hand side now for the final time of asking into turn 3. 1.7 seconds is the gap to Rossi. I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm happy with the objective. I'm content with beating Nicky Hayden after a good old scrap into the corkscrew. Don't think we'll chase down Rossi, but I would like to improve the lap time. I think we can do better. I think we can get maybe into the 119s. That'd be a brilliant lap here in Laguna Seca, if I do say so. As we go to the left-hand side for turn 6, 1.5 seconds is the gap to Valentino, but I don't think we'll chase down the 9-times world champion, which is not a problem for this particular objective as we slide the rear going into the entry for the corkscrew. And I tell you what, coming out of the corkscrew, we're absolutely rapid, picking up a nice few tenths of a second. That's certainly enough to get us into the 119s, into the next increment of second. But I've got to say, this one has been a joy. Laguna Seca, Fiat Yamaha, not really much a better connection than that one. Wow, we've actually got the lap time down to even probably better than 119. It's going to be a 119.8 if we can keep this going. Oh, just lost a bit of time on the wheelie. We don't quite get the 119, but a 120 is good enough for me. But guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, hit the like button and subscribe for a lot more content. But upon that note, thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.